Today I'm bringing you 5 mainstream consoles that did not make it for one reason or another, and now have become very collectible. Let's dive in. The first one, the TurboGrafx 16.
Introducing TurboGrafx 16, the next generation video game system. It's 4 times faster, so the games are more exciting. There are almost 10 times as many colors, so the arcade quality graphics are even more intense. And you can expand your system with a CD player for CD games with sound effects that are turbocharged. TurboGrafx 16 from NEC, the higher energy video game system.
The TurboGrafx 16 started out in Japan to try to compete with Nintendo, the NES system, or the Famicom in Japan. The big thing about this is it has a 16-bit graphics chip, which had better graphics than NES. But the problem here in the States is it came out here. I believe it was like a month after the Genesis came out, which the Genesis was way more powerful, and that's what it ended up competing with in the end, was the Genesis. So this one's very interesting, the 3DO.
If you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with? Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
Get a free John Madden Football and Crash and Burn when you buy a 3DO system.
The 3DO is built for a specific reason. It was made to play video inside video games. That's what the whole thing was, is they tried to put the video into video games. That caused it to fail miserably. Well, that and the $700 price tag. The reason why it was $700 is because they didn't have a license deal with the games. So they had no license on the games. So all the money that they had to make was off of the console. Most companies don't make money off the consoles, they make money off the games, and that was their another big downfall. The Sega Nomad.
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets the special Sega Genesis lighting system. It comes with Streets of Rage 2. He saves $40. He gets more moves. He gets more control. Now things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
The Sega Nomad is really neat. It's a handheld Genesis. It's not a Game Gear. A lot of people never seen one of these before. I didn't see one until about 10 years ago. I never seen one in the stores or anything like that. It failed miserably. This was another. When Sega brought out the Genesis, it was very successful for them, and they really wanted to hold on to it. So they started putting different add-ons for it. They started, the Sega CD and the 32X and all that stuff, and this was another thing to try to hold on to onto their market. And of course, it just plays regular Genesis games. Really neat. The Vectrex.
This is an ordinary TV video game. This is Vectrex, the only video game system with its own video screen. Take it anywhere, just plug it in. It's your own personal arcade. A high-performance system with a built-in game plus a whole collection of arcade cartridges like Scramble, Pole Position, Berserk. So if you're into video games, forget the TV. Get into Vectrex. Light pen and 3D imager available.
The Vectrex came out in a time where most households only had one TV, and if little Billy was playing Pong, then everybody was watching little Billy play Pong. This was considered a portable system, which I don't know what it weighs, maybe 10 pounds or something like that. It's not light, but this was considered portable. The vector screen made it, the graphics, a little bit different from everything else and a little bit more crisp, even though that nothing was in color. To get the color, you had to have these things. These are overlays. So when you're playing Bedlam, you put this on the screen and this is what gave you your color. Now the games are just little boxes. And another cool thing about the system is that it actually came with a built-in game, Mindstorm. So if you turned it on with no game in it, you could still play Mindstorm. I got one of these when I was a kid. Actually, the neighbor kids traded me something for it. I don't remember what it was. And I didn't even realize that you could put games in it. I thought it was just a Mindstorm arcade machine. All right, so last but not least, I know some of you have probably got question marks on your face, and I'm going to say this. This is rare or unknown largely in the United States. People don't know what this is. This is the Sega Master System, but this was absolutely huge, and it still is, I think, in Brazil and in Europe. But a lot of people in the United States don't even know what this is.
Sega challenges you with the ultimate video games. Games that'll blow you away, like Alex Kidd in Miracle World. And coming soon, Monopoly. Knockout games like Rocky. Gangster Town. And shift into more excitement with the arcade hit Outrun. Only on the Sega system. Sega, the challenge will always be.
Game cartridges, they're just standard cartridges. I never liked these because they just had the same red box on top. There's no pictures, there's no nothing like that. And they also used, very similar to the TurboGrafx 16, these cards. It's kind of a cool system. I wish more would have done this. So those are the mainstream, maybe failed systems that are collectible now that I have here in the store, part of my collection. With Retro Reboot, I'm Dan. See ya.